was Chiwani. You came for other things. And this is what has happened during COVID. If you are a family that has been fighting in COVID and the other days you were okay, that means there is something you were hiding. Now the real you has come out because of the circumstances. So we would rather be prepared to give our best to our marriages if they are to exist very well. Now if each partner brings his best to the marriage, her best to the marriage will be good. But if you only want to pull from the marriage for your own selfish motives, the marriage will not work. Women say, "Esente yomusaje woma." I heard women say that. "Esente yomusaje kolachi? Ne yomukazi tekawa." No. Ne yomukazi tekolachi? Tekawa. I wish you could know how to eat a woman's money. That's one of the topics in that book he was showing you. 11 rules on how to eat a woman's. I have eaten her money. She brings it herself. Freely, because I know how to eat a woman's money. You will read those rules and you will say, hey, if you have been missing on eating your woman's money, you just read the rules and you will eat it very well. She will bring it herself. But once you say, I'm the man, parents and children. Yes, we are still talking about a home, right? No, we need to know. Paul tells us, children obey and honor your parents. But the same Paul in verse 4, he says, fathers, do not provoke your children. Don't expect your children to honor you if you provoke them. The Wakons have a saying that a chitsombe nisikania. Respect. If you want respect, we must respect each other. It is a two-way. I respect you, you respect me. You must learn to respect your children. They also have issues. Yes? Don't say, I'm their father. No. They need also to be respected because they are people like us and they have their issues. We have problems of bonding when children are young, especially the fathers. They are very poor at bonding with their children. And more so the boys. And so you find a lot of conflict between the fathers and their boys. Now you can say, I have only boys, and I have learned to behave. I've learned to handle these men well, so that when we are together, when they grow, we are still good friends. Those men you see, they are my very good friends. They bond with their mother, and the more I get left out. The eldest son, we were 3 in the family. The man, myself. But I would see them in Kakuni. Sometimes they would talk. They go to a corner, they could laugh, they could sneer, they could sneaker. Now, I laugh at them. Where were you guys? Now, when these ones came, I said, I will win these ones now. They became my friends, would play football at church. People knew me as a man who only moves with the children in compound. Every time I'm with them, each one of them, every time he goes to senior 1, he sees his communication with me. Every time, mama, this, I put in my effort. Now, as we talk, the only friend I have who is very closest is the last one because he's in P5. But these others, okay, we are friends because of my nature. But the rest of the things I learn from the mother. And I don't take offense because I know this is a natural phenomenon. Even all the men here, talk about your mother, you say, oh, my mother. Your father, oh, my father, okay, my father. But my mother. Now, why should you worry if your sons also bond with their mothers? It is just natural. So that is not a big conflict unless you started it yourself. So for fathers to be able to have something to do with our children, please let me. What happened? We came in this car. Are we there? Are you able to see the car very well? It can carry on over. We had to go for them for a week. And at home, we had 4 3 teenagers who were boys, and the other girls we had also teenagers. So we had 6 teenagers. Then we put into that car. Now we fed. Other people had to sit behind on the bed, right? Which people now? You have teenagers. So by virtue of my powers entrusted to me as the father, I would say, hey guys, you go behind. But I would see people were very uncomfortable. So whenever I would reach church, they would sleep on the bed so that their age mates don't see them. I felt that discomfort. Now came Sabbath. I said, I think we have been unfair to these children because the age of development, we have to be mindful about their feelings. I said, now how do I manage this? I mooted a plan. I said to them, now boys, I'm going to decide who is going to sit behind. You are not going to choose this time. I started with the eldest, not the eldest son. The other one is already married, and we are even grandparents, by the way. Did I tell you that? We have 2 grandchildren. Now, I started with the eldest boy, who is in senior 4 now. You are going to sit at the back. I came to the second one, that one, the one who stood near me. Even you are going to sit at the back. Then they knew I'm going to the other one, the tallest of the 3 who stood here. Then I said, the third person is, now the girls were feeling, I think he's only going to tell boys. The third person is myself. They felt very good. They thought I'm joking. So as we set off, I told their mother, you drive, I'm going to sit behind. See, are you serious? Say, yes, serious. An elder sitting behind, and we are going to church. And so we sat. I'm there. You see me in the middle. We sat. Now when we sat, she drove. But I got an opportunity. An opportunity to talk to this man. See, you see mango. You see this mango here? As we reached Mango, that is the Mango Hospital. There came that girl, that woman on a motorcycle. You see, they are carrying a lady on a motorcycle behind there. And I'm the one who took that photo. When I was on the double cabin behind. And I told these boys, now you see this woman, she was my former student. And I took her photo and she was laughing and she passed by, hey, how are you, man? And I said, now, have I changed? Nothing. So I was able to teach these people a lesson, participating in it. I think you call that one the object lesson. Yes? Day onwards, even now as we came, some of these children sat behind very comfortably. They don't care what you say because I told them it is okay. Even now, if we are going back, I can sit and move on. But sometimes our children will be in conflict with us because they are part of the conflict of the mother and the father. So if you know what this means, then you can avoid it. And if you know that this child is growing, he's in that age which disturbs them, you will handle him peacefully, right? Than conflicting with him. Now we have other family conflicts. Now the stepmother, stepfather versus the children. We have the sibling conflicts, brother and brother, sister and sister, wife versus the husband's relatives. And then the husband versus the wife's what? Relatives. That's a big conflict. Now those big conflicts come, but you relatives who live with your people, all of us are relatives to some people. I have sisters. They are married. I'm a relative to my in-laws, right? I can't take their minors to disturb their family. I have enough of my family issues. If you are with your relatives, let them handle their marriages peacefully. Okay? Marriage, they know how they got each other and they know how they manage. The mothers. You have a saying here. Okusanga nazala osanga chi? Newera verandi nawe ojja kufuuka nazala tomorrow. Nawe ojja kubeera malalo. You see? But you can have good relationships even if you are a relative, a mother-in-law. All of us are with sin. I saw your temperature gun there when we were coming. What if also God said, pastors, elders, no, he will say, my angels. He will not put there a pastor. He will not put there an elder. Angels, if angels stood there and he put a sin temperature guard on us, what would be the temperature of your sin? To enter. How many of us would be in this church? Nobody. Because we are all what? We are all sinners. But while we are still sinners, what happened? Christ died for us. Now we should develop the spirit of forgiveness. Because for sure Jesus told us, blessed are the peacemakers. Make peace. Not because you are right or wrong, just make peace, whichever way. Luke tells us, Jesus said, Father, do what? Forgive them, for they do not know what they are